Hello, people. Whether that is someone who's whether you are someone who's just quick on the trigger or watching what later. I think this is a hidden objects game. I am not even sure. So let's see how it goes. It was a dark and stormy night when I was driving down a dark and windy road, unaware of the ill-fated adventure that was waiting for me. It began in the form of a blinding flash of light that assaulted my senses and sent me veering off the road and into the road sign. Stunned, I crawled from my car with my heart racing in my ears and squinted into the dark to try to read the sign that I had plowed into. It said, "Hotel, 1 mile." And off in the distance behind it, I could see the hotel's warm and inviting glow. The journey to reach it was short, but by the time I stood in the doorway, it was dripping like a soaked dog and feeling much the same. The hotel was very 50s in its design, but at the same time it looked clean, new in an eerie way. Shrugging it off, I realized that no one was around. The porter or the clerk I had hoped would assist me were nowhere to be seen. In fact, no one was around at all. "Hey, is anyone here?" I called out as I peered around the corner, hoping to see a head poke out from a back room, but no one answered. At a bit of loss, I decided to check out the elevator to check the next floor up. Once the elevator stopped moving and opened its doors, I strolled down the hall and read the numbers on each door. As I passed room 2018, I was stopped short by the sound of a woman's scream. I pressed my ears to the door and tried to listen to the sounds inside, but there was nothing but silence. I pulled at the door handle and discovered that it was locked tight and against any jiggle or twist. Concerned, I threw caution to the wind and kicked the door in to reveal the most bizarre room I'd ever seen, with a lantern on the desk with its power turned all the way up, but that couldn't explain the amazing volume of light filling the room. It was until my eyes had adjusted to the lightning that I could see that everything around me was covered in snow. Frost climbed the walls like ivy, and a fresh down of snow covered the floor and furniture. My first thought was that it had been some special effect. My second thought that it was time for me to leave quickly. I was going to do just that, but a painting hanging on the wall caught my eye and paralyzed me where I stood. It was a picture of a frozen sea, and something about it made hairs on the back of my neck stand on end with fright. This feeling grew worse when, at the very moment, snow began to fall inside the room. The shock of the whole scene was overwhelming and would keep me paralyzed if it hadn't been for a burst of courage from within that overcame my fear and set me into a dead run out the door and back to the elevator. I pressed the button to return to the floor, expecting a welcome party of show producers and hotel staff to be waiting there. Witcher 6 paused. Hidden items 5. This clock counts down the time left to finish level. Look for bonuses at time to your clock. Find all the items on the list in each room before time runs out. This number indicates the total number of items you have to find in all rooms combined. Good to know. Press this button if you need a hint. Each level begins with 5 hints. Bonus items do not count towards the total item counts, however, they give bonuses like extra time or hints. These buttons will return you to the previous screen and or just options for the game. Good to know. Well, that's the hidden item. Megaphone. Warning, I only need to find 2 items. How many of these bonus items are there? Okay, there were 3 of them. Film reel horse. This is a... Okay, that's a dinosaur, never mind. I didn't see that the arms ended. I thought it was just a dead horse, or a skeleton horse rather. Film reel or vinyl record? Is this a vinyl record? Okay. I thought it was too slow, too small to do that. Play mini games in order to charge the fuse panel. When the fuse panel is charged, go bottom and allow the passage to go to the next floor. Catch as many energy balls as you can before the time runs out. How do I capture them? What? Okay. I was expecting this to be more like weapons in Among Us. Use most enjoying and cross all ropes, but these are. That was it. Okay. It's certainly not a new game, but I like the style of it. I think they've done well with what they can. When the elevator doors opened, I bolted into the corridor and stopped abruptly as I viewed the space around me. I wasn't on the ground floor. The elevator had left me out somewhere totally different. Before I could get back inside, the elevator doors sealed and a window opened again, no matter what I did to the buttons. So after a while, I had to give up and try to get my bearings and find another way out. All of the door numbers here started with the number 3, so it seemed like I was on the 3rd floor, even though it didn't make any sense. I was positive that I had felt the elevator going down. The door to room 3027 was unlocked, so I pushed the door open and slowly crept inside, unsure of what to expect out of that first room. There was the same furniture and arrangements in this room as there had been in the winter room, and even the same machinery and crates. Thankfully, this room was a lot livelier in that it looked as though the plants placed around it had been brought in from a meadow that afternoon. As I looked around, the room began to brighten as if on a spring day, the very air coming alive with bees and seeds drifting in a gentle breeze. A breeze? Where was it coming from? Surely it was coming from a fan. Somewhere in this room, I had dedicated myself to trying to find this mystery fan when I discovered something else. A red cross painted on the wall. My attention was fixed on it, observing the hastily drawn nature that was evident in the 2 quick strokes that had made it. There was also another painting here, this time of a blooming orchard in the midday sun, and when I looked closer, I could see that the budding branches were growing up and out of the frame. Suddenly, I spotted something strange staring at me from the end of the hall with small, glinting eyes. It took me a moment to realize it, but it was a cat. I crept towards it slowly to keep from scaring it away, but it seemed that just by moving towards, I prompted it to run off into another room. Desperate for the company of another living soul, I ran after the cat without thinking of where it could have been leading me. The room that the cat had run into was totally different from the previous 2 rooms that I had been in. It had twin beds set side by side with a small nightstand between them. Where was the cat? I didn't see it run out, so it had to be here somewhere, but too well hidden for the likes of me. Turning my search to the halls, I walked all the way up the corridor and back to the elevator I had started from. Out of futility, I tried pressing the call button, and to my amazement, it worked. It rumbled back up to me and the door sprang open, allowing me to get in and press the button for the ground floor again. It couldn't take me to the same floor twice, I was sure. As it transported me to my next destination, I replayed the events in my mind. I just realized I didn't reset the game I'm playing. Oh no. As it transported me to my next destination, I replayed the events in my head, wondering about the hotel's lack of staff and guests and the oddities of the spring and winter rooms. What was going on? My thoughts didn't get very far before they were interrupted by the elevator's bell, announcing that it had arrived wherever it intended to abandon me next. Let me just fix what game I'm playing. I should be able to do it from chat, right? Set game, Haunted Hotel. Does that work? No. Yeah, I can't do that. I have to edit it elsewhere. Elsewise. Haunted hotel. Why are there multiple haunted hotels? Isn't it just called Haunted Hotel? It is just called Haunted Hotel. Does that not have it? does does Twitch not have Haunted Hotel? It doesn't. All of them are just okay. What am I supposed to stream then? Fine, I'm in just chatting now. Whatever. The Steam, not Steam. Twitch just doesn't have the game. Spring 6 Bridal. Well, let's enter one of them. See what it has to offer. This looks awfully like the last one. I'm loving being able to find like quote unquote secrets or bonus items. Oh, we found the cat. The one that ran away. Lucky us. I have to find a... What was that sound? Hello, Dennis. How are you? What's the abacus? Teapot, teapot, and a video camera. A little tired, early at home, but a lot of homework today. Is that better or worse? Okay, I was not expecting that. Sure. I wonder how grating that sound is going to be by the end of it. I kind of like it right now, but... Don't know how long that'll last. Aw, there's an I love you sign. How's that not... I'm clicking it. It says I love you, but it's not... What? Okay, fine. Teapot. That's a plate. Phone. I love you. Cups. Rings. I hate that sound. I hate the sound it makes when you click the wrong thing. How's that not a ring? Also, how's this? Okay, now it counts. Both. It's both. Okay, it's both better and worse. I got my brain just short-circuited briefly hearing that. I was turning to your washing machine, cleaning dishes, and vacuuming the flat, and then mopping it. Yeah, that's a lot of chores. I'll need to find one item. Oh, there are the rings. Damn, I can get married now. Lucky me. But at least you're getting it done now, and then you don't have to worry about any of that for a while. Let's see if I can do better this time. Ah. Hey, I caught 22. Legit, I just hit one extra single one, and I missed a lot less. That's the only difference. True, I'm not often there. Okay. Capture the letters to spell the secret word. Catch the letters to spell this code word. When the letter is captured, it gets dark. Use mouse to aim and then left button to fire. Oh god. Let's just go. Oh. I was expecting it to show up on the same row again, so I was expecting the H step went out here to come out here, but it didn't. I can't wait for it to get more row puzzles because I've done them a lot. The elevator doors opened to reveal a man standing on the other side. He was dressed in black with a large gold cross hanging around his neck. My first thought was that he was a priest, but after the events in the other room I suspected he was an actor. He didn't seem at all surprised to see me standing there. I was certainly surprised to see him. "Hello," he said calmly, staring directly into my eyes. "Where am I?" I asked, too amazed to think of anything else. "Are you looking for your room?" he asked, as though he was completely ignoring my question. "Yeah, I suppose," I said, though I still wanted to leave. "Shall we go?" he asked. I'll take you to your room." Well, that was a pleasant turn of events. The priest didn't seem at all like a monster, so maybe I'd just gotten a little lost. My mood was so improved in his company that by the time we had reached what was to be my room, I had gathered the courage to ask him about the rooms. However, before I could say a thing, he cut me off and said, You should stay in your room to avoid any accidents." "Accidents?" I didn't like the sound of that. "What exactly do you mean?" I asked. Warily, and observed that the stranger's face became very serious as he answered, "Time beyond eternity. Time comes, eternity remains. I beg you, stay in your room." He warmed up again and added, "Besides, it's just for the night. Stay in your room." Something very strange was happening there that was giving me a distinct impression that this priest was trying not to frighten me before he left me to explore my room. It was very different from all the others, and that there was a drum surrounded by candles in the center that looked as if it had been made with an animal hide drawn tightly over it. The whole setup made me think of a shaman. A persistent glimmer around the room brought my attention to the fact that knives were strewn all over the place, while all around me were the penetrating eyes of mounted animals stared me down like they were waiting to attack. Slowly, I backed away towards the door, held by the fear that if I turned my back to those creatures, it would be for the last time. I must have been losing my mind. As I made my slow escape, things only got crazier when I was suddenly rocked back by a powerful gust of wind, even though the window was closed. Finally having more of this adventure that I can handle, I lost my wits and I slammed myself into the door a few times before I remembered that the door opened inwards. Tearing it open, I bolted into the hall with the unnatural gale slamming the door behind me, but I still wasn't alone. Though the door was shut, the wind seemed to pass through it and follow me out. It was as cold as an Arctic gale, raising goosebumps all the way up my arms as it harassed me. It was getting colder by the moment. This is the guy he called a priest. Shaman, artists. I wonder what the items just hang out in. How am I doing? Okay. Some nice shackles. A bust. Maybe it doesn't show enough of the body to be called a bust, actually. I meant to click this because, like, maybe. But I'll take it. Oh, it's this. Pink bow. It's a flower, but it's not a rose. Violin I have seen, have I not? No, I think I'm thinking of an old room. That's a feather. That's a can. There's a camera here. Toothbrushes. And now I'm just missing a rose. Found it. How far along the shores are you? Have you only just like started? Done with the artist, let's go to the shaman. Ah yes, let's just enter the room that you fled. An artist's doll. I'm not quite familiar with what that is supposed to mean. Is it this thing? Yeah. A cow skull? Poor Bessie. She didn't deserve this. What else am I missing? I need to find a watch. That is very much a watch. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh well, sorry, it's a clock, it's not a watch. Because a watch is something specific. That's a watch. Wait, let's find these. Because they're fun. Key. And did I not just look at that? Is that not the compass thing? Yeah. A tea kettle. I always clicked this for the notebook, but it's got it's got the feather pen. It's great. Okay, so the only one I'm missing now is propeller. Oh, there's a wheel. Did I leave something in the other room? I feel like I did, but I can't think of what it was. Oh, it's just above it. Fair enough. Room complete. Lucky me. Code lock, puzzle, and that's all I can do. Okay. Watch the sequence as it plays. Then replay the sequence in order. So it's the Simon Says. I really hope these get more involved later. Communities mouse over the arrows on top. Okay. Hoping it's now well enjoy the stream. Take the trash away, should be the last thing today. That's nice. It's always such a nice feeling when like you just get done with all of it. You can finally just calm down and enjoy the product of your work. Usually I kind of whenever I do like laundry or something, I usually find something to do. Wait, how am I mess with you so much? Like whenever I finish laundry, I have them I just start relaxing and just, I don't know, playing some game or talking with friends or something, and then once I have to go to bed, it's like, oh right, I haven't actually made my bed after all that. It always, or like put stuff in the closet. After moth action, I have to wait the forest. Yeah, that's very true. Knowing that the elevator wouldn't take me to the ground floor, but hoping to find a place with an exit, I ran to it and rode it up to another level with the fleeting hope that I had escaped that dreadful gale. I was approaching the first door when a chill blasted me from behind, as if the Arctic gale had only been delayed while I waited for a lift to follow me up in. As it chased me down the hall, I'd read the room numbers and tried their handles, only to be blocked out again and again until I reached the room number 4036. When the knob turned freely in my hand, I rushed inside, slammed the door behind me, and leaned against it until I was sure I was safe. The room I took shelter in appeared to be filled with film equipment. Cameras, records, and film reels were laying all around. There was also a pile of pictures laying on the table that piqued my interest. That's not the right version of piqued. So I picked up the stack closest to me and sorted through it. They all seemed to be of the same person, a middle-aged man with a mustache dressed in classic 1950s attire. There were pictures of him having lunch, others of him talking to people, and photos of what seemed to be a mechanical drawing. But one photo caught my attention above the rest. A photo of him talking to the priest. The game's name is missing in the chat info. It's because it doesn't exist on like the game just doesn't exist on Twitch. It's called Haunted Hotel, but when I searched it up, it only returned a bunch of different haunted hotels with like a subtitle each, but this one doesn't have a subtitle. So I don't know which one it's meant, and I don't want to mislead people with having the wrong game. So I just put it to just chatting. If you have a better idea, if you can actually find it, then I'd love for you to, but... Because you just searching Haunted Hotel, it brings up Silent Waters, A Pastor Team, Accident, Butcher, Death Sentence, Hotel 18, Lost Time, The X, Eternity, Ellipse, Charles Dexter, Luna Dreams, Stay in the Light, Phoenix, Ancient Bane. Oh, there we go. There we go. They didn't bring up these before. But for some reason now when I searched it again, it's just all of a sudden decided that, oh no, you can have more options. Now it's the right game. Thank you. No, but it legit didn't exist before. I tried to scroll down and it just wouldn't load anymore. So I thought that was all of the ones that it offered. Right. I picked up another stack to look at, seeing that they were obviously taken with a pinhole camera hidden in different parts of the hotel. The guests in this room must have been following the man in these photos. I snooped around a bit more until I found an old tape recorder under the bed and a set of reel-to-reel tapes and then the reel canister. With these items I was able to set up the old tape player and listen to it. Work on the machine is almost done, only a simulation of the weather conditions remain. It's really weird, but the stone and statue work just fine. We made a breakthrough in science. Soon mankind will feel that which is eternity, develop insubordination for time and deny all the laws of physics that have governed us for so long. A great era is awaiting us. Only weather is left. Judging by the point of view and remembering the mechanical drawings I saw in one of the photos that deduced that the voice from the tape belonged to the man that was being followed. Deep in thought about this, I stared at the table until a notebook that was almost completely hidden under a pile of paper caught my attention. There were only 2 pages in it that had been used at all, but what notes were present were very succinct. Respected physicist takes unconventional direction. Expulsion from the Physicist Society. Not allowed to conferences. Scandal with experiments in Germany. Revelations with unknown creditors for experiments pursued by the church. When I finished reading it, I stood up and was partially engulfed by the Arctic gale that I thought I had escaped in the hall. Time to go. Found Spontan on Google, the Haunted Hotel, the horror movie, I think. Huh. I mean, I'm not surprised that there's a movie called that, but I hadn't heard of it myself. Let's find the open box first. I've seen it as an open. Oh, it's a ton of books. Neat. These are so much easier. I can like my brain can just turn off and just look at the shapes of things. It's so nice. I don't need to worry about thinking of the different things that it possibly could be. Okay, for chests. For a moment, my mind was drawn to like this, but because I was thinking of like a big, I don't know what they're called. Maybe they're just called chests. Maybe I was actually thinking of the right thing. Somebody's coughing. I doubt it's that, Dennis. I'm sorry, but I don't think it wants us to find that. I'm enjoying these, finding stuff in this a lot more. It's a lot easier to actually find stuff. It makes me feel less incompetent. The letter. Is it this? Like, that's clearly a book. That's clearly a book. This, I'm not sure about. This, I'm also not sure about. This doesn't look like a letter either, but let's just try all 3. Okay, that was the letter. Nice. I'm not immediately seeing a chest. Let's go to the other one. So I did summer. Let's go to spy. It's a lot of developed photos. Oh, I really thought it would be that. I'm actually sure. I am actually unsure what this is supposed to be. Is it this? No. It's got to be a pile of developed photos, right? I mean, they could be undeveloped for all I know, but it's got to be a pile of them anyway. Do I lose time every time I click? No. Guesses don't punish me that severely. Coffee mill. An ink bottle. A knife. That looks like a knife to me. That's a knife. Ruler. A ruler? Who do you think we're gonna find? Do you think we're gonna find a president? A Kaiser? A Tsar? Don't know what this is supposed to be. A hard hat. That's a bowler hat, not a hard hat. Wooden stamp. I hate how low res some of the stuff in. Like, some stuff is clearly... Everything here is just mushed together for me. I don't know if it's the colors or what, but like, everything else is a lot more legible. That's the ruler. That's the wooden stamp. Newspaper. And I don't know what this is supposed to be. They're not rotated as far as I've noticed. Can't be this. I've already tried this. It's not that. It's these. Oh, that shape I already recognize. Now we just need some fan blades. Neat. Okay, newspaper. Nice. And just one left. The banquet. That seems to be this thing. I couldn't see what actually popped up after it because someone started playing a game on Steam and I got a notification and it's literally like this because the low resolution of the game. I am very confused what this is supposed to be. Anytime I see anything that like has to stick out, like, oh, this sticks out, and then it just doesn't make sense because this is full on the side. It's a camera. Oh my god. The box, and that's all the bonus items. Nice. Let's go for a hammer. Is that a baton? I do need a baton. Nice. There's the hammer. Okay, lighter, I know I saw. It's in this corner. Footprint is easy to find. The rifle already seen. Pallet. And finally, beer. I should have asked you to find that one. With your German blood, it must be even easier than for normal humans. Ah. Oh, that takes so long to get back. More ropes. I love these. Can't I just move these? Yeah. I just switch places with them. Oh yay, now I get to read more. Aren't you so excited? If I knew that I'd read this much, I would have probably picked a different voice. Not that I know what I would have picked instead. By the time the elevator doors opened to a new floor with its familiar ding, I was feeling more confident that I could find some clue that would lead me to the exit. Determined to get out, I carried on with my search, starting with room 5045, which was the first room I found on that floor that wasn't locked. I was as casual as the other rooms. It was as casual as the other rooms, but seemed to be better equipped with home furnishings. There were lots of cabinets that were still stuffed full of papers that were sticking out on the doors and must have spilled out over the tables a few times as well. I was flipping through those papers when I noticed a familiar symbol of a cross painted on one of the walls. The symbol seemed to be a fixture in every room, as if the residents were warding off evil spirits. Whatever the reason behind them, it was less absurd next to something else that I saw hanging from the wall. I ran across the room to get a closer look, certain that my eyes were playing tricks on me. But getting closer didn't change anything that I saw. There was a calendar on the wall, dated to year 1957. I felt dizzy. This had to be a trick of some kind. Perhaps it was a clever prank that someone had arranged all around this hotel. I ran up to the cupboards and began pulling cans of food off the shelves and read their expiration dates. They all read 1957. No one was that clever. No one. The hotel looked like it was from the 50s, but it also looked brand new and could have been abandoned that long ago. Wait, why would the expiration date on canned food be 1957 if you lived there in 1957? Wouldn't they read several years in advance? Hello, Kimia. Phone call again every 10 minutes. Danger or something must be my karma. What have you done to deserve that in life, Dennis? You can't be that bad. How are you, Kimia? Welcome to the stream. My mind wandered back to the accident that brought me here in a flash of light that it caused it. At first, I assumed that it had been a lightning strike that I narrowly avoided, but no, it couldn't be. A sick feeling in the pit of my stomach that wasn't the blame of the expired food. I searched the paper that had spilled over the desk in hope of discovering some flaw in the hoax. It was then that I came across a very disturbing piece of paper. One that listed the names of several guests, cross-referenced with a room number. 2018, 3027, 4036, and 5045. They are all the first digit and then ×9 for the last two. I didn't pay attention to that before. I had found each of these rooms unlocked and in disarray, which I just saw as a coincidence. But what if it wasn't? Suddenly the door opened and no one was there that I could see, that I could feel it. Gale had returned. It smothered the room with its presence, its chill so cold that it bites at my exposed skin as it climbed off my body. I bolted out of the room and down the hall to the elevator, pressing the call button again and again to no avail. Trapped, I turned around and looked back to the room I'd fled from and saw the gale in conflict with the warm air that filled the hall, creating a swirling, intangible border between the two. I can't tell whether that's like, I don't think you mean it mean, but I also can't tell how accurate your assessment of that is. I appreciate it though, and I am glad to hear that you're good. Canned food in 1957 should be a thing. I mean, it definitely was a thing that canned food existed in 1957 and probably had an expiration date in 1957. I'm just confused by the fact that surely if it's meant to be playing out in 1957, the cans you stocked up on would read like 62 or something. Also, this doesn't make sense. All of these are the digit and then 2 times the digit. Sorry, it's on the digit ×9. So it's 327, 436, 545. So it should be 654, but it's 636. And then it should be 763, but it's 754. And then 8, what is that, 63? It just doesn't make sense. The game messed it up. I think it was more glass food or in a wooden pot. No, it said canned food. Anyway, let's find this. That's not the right one. There we go. Lamp. And I wasn't sure that I'd seen this before, and then it just completely blanked as soon as I got to it. Looks to be a harpoon. Nice. Good for us. Horseshoe. That's not a voice recorder. I am glad that you enjoyed the reading so much, because there's going to be a lot of that in this game, turns out. I thought for sure it was going to be that. It's not that either. What is the voice recorder? Oh, it's that. Finally. Gosh. Fishy season to find. Table left, right? I mean. Yay. Yeah, you're so lucky. I almost clicked this for the painting. You've got to be talking about this, right? No, doesn't look like a painting either. There we go. Alarm clock. Newspaper. Is this and a bullet? On the drawer, you see it finally? Yeah. What? Is that not the bullet? But this is a cigar. Why wouldn't this be a... Why would this also be a cigar? It really isn't that. Well, that's a surprise. Let's go elsewhere. Phone again. It's a bullet in front of the little globe. It is. That looks more like lipstick to me. Thanks, Cameo. Manager? Oh, well, they have the best client. No, I tried to click on the books. I need to find a pipe. Can I just go back to the old room and pick up the pipe over there? Might go faster, honestly. I am sorry, cat, but I need that. I'm loving how much quicker finding stuff in this game goes than the other one. Like, this shouldn't be the gold standard. It should take longer than it takes in this game, but it's just a breath of fresh air. It's just a relief. Well, I've looked at the pig multiple times without knowing I needed it. Beer's easy to find too. Can't find the second lion though. Not immediately. Unless this is a very weirdly shaped lion. But I find that highly unlikely. I can't tell what that is. It's not a lion. Yeah, well, if you see it, tell me, and if not, then I'm just gonna find the last items I need in Shaman. Shaman, yeah. Okay, good. Wine bottle, nice. Can we just use that instead? Just get drunk. 2 tambourines. I do one thing that doesn't like it's not really something. Oh yeah, let's do these. That doesn't look great. It's this. One thing that's not really I didn't really consider much when picking games like this, or like what's enjoying games and playing games like this, is that they actually test your knowledge about just nouns a lot. I love this game. It's using the correct singular form for die. It's not calling it one dice and multiple dices. It's calling them one die and multiple dice. Can't think of a double meaning of lion either. Yeah. The closest thing I can think of would be a lion door knocker, but even that would have the resemblance of a lion. Couldn't find the tambourines. Let's go on. Alarm clock. I hate the haste that's over some parts of this. I think it's nice for the atmosphere, but I wish it was slightly more translucent. Not as foggy. Oh, I thought I needed another belt. That threw me for a loop. Magic potion and red envelope. Well, the envelope is easy. A magic potion. It's not that. Do you think they... Okay, it's gotta be this. Easy. I wonder what die was. We had a different one where we had to find a chest earlier, and let's just say that, like, Dennis had the wrong idea of what chest we were to find. Imagine if, what's it called? Weapons in Among Us was like that. Like, it would be so much more stressful. Oh no, I didn't even get a third of them. Damn. My hit percentage was good though. I'll take that. Yeah, the minigames in this game are fun, but I don't see enough of them. Like, there's this one, and there's also the one with the ropes, which I really enjoy. Why is it only 4 long? Shouldn't it be 5? I already had a 4 long one. Yeah, this one is just a bunch of ropes, and you have to move the nodes around so that the ropes don't overlap. We're on the 6th floor. Alright. Gotta take a breath. Gotta ready myself. Let's let's read it. Let's read it. I ran into the nearest open room that I could find and slammed the door behind me, hoping it would stave off the terrible cold. It was a cozy room with a soft light, desks, cabinets, and a red cross painted on the wall, just like the rooms I'd seen before. Knowing what I had to do, I searched the contents of the desks and found a voice recorder just like the one in the photographer's room, as well as prescription glasses and a collection of notepads. They seemed promising at first, but after I sorted through them a bit, I found that there wasn't anything in them that was of use to me. I had to dig deeper. It was a black diary that finally seemed to have something interesting in it. This was the first entry. He occupies 4 rooms? What is going on in there? I must find out. I will search his room first, and then I will ask my old police fellows about this scientist. The strange thing is that nothing was awry the first year that he lived here, not until his captain arrived. Soon after, families started disappearing from the hotel. They didn't check out. I'm sure of it. They disappeared. To be certain, I asked around and no one had seen the guests in question leaving the hotel with their bags or even saying goodbye. I suspect other people are in this plot as well. A crazy old man from the north, the Siberian shaman. He went to his room once and didn't come out for over a month. I suspect a priest as well. He visits almost every room. But I thought people were meant to go to him and not the other way around. There's something really mysterious going on here. Even after 10 years of being out of the police force, my gut can still sense something is amiss. I'll definitely visit the engineer today. I knew right away that this man had to have been a detective, and I suspected he may have been working for the hotel as a private employee. He must have been a detective. He just said he... Yeah, obviously, he just called himself a policeman. In probing further, I noticed that after that entry, several pages seemed to have been torn out of the diary, leaving a large and shocking gap between the first entry and the next. It's madness! I may have no experience in this profession, but he must need some permission for his equipment, at least, much less his experiments. I don't know what's going on here, but I feel that it is wrong and must be stopped. I have discovered that the crazy shaman had connections to the engineer as well as the sea captain. There's definitely some mastermind behind these exploits, but who could it be? The engineer seems to be the most likely candidate. Today I will slip into the shaman's room and try to figure out what his role is in this. More pages were missing after that, leaving just one more entry that could be read. I understand everything now. He has undertaken this madness. It has already been done. That is why Stein lived here for over a year. This is why the crucifixes have appeared all over the walls. There are definitely some dark forces at work here, and I fear it may be the devil himself. Now I see their plan completely and have no thought of trying to stop them. Escaping the fate to claim the others is all I can think about now. The story that I already told raised more questions than it answered. What madness had the engineers started, and what did the occults have to do with it? What was the shaman here? You really don't have to read it. I can read to save your voice. Yeah, but you can't read it on stream. And like, everyone is obviously here just to hear my reenactment of what the story is telling. I am sure of it. That looks to be a camera. What? Ah yes, thank you. This is a very lovely vague shape. The detective voice though genuinely like slightly hurt my throat. I've already had to use like 4 different voices for this and I don't have that big a range. I can't do this. Back from phone call one of these days again. Yeah. I'm new here. Can you say me how to handle this client? Yeah. I mean, I guess it's better that they check with you than for it to for the handling the client to just like not go great. But yeah, it sounds exhausting to have to deal with too much of it. I was expecting the toolbox to be open. A clock. Hanger, I barely know her. Hanger, what should you do? Fight in the 100 Years' War as a 17-year-old? I saw the leaf before. Yeah, it's right there. Microphone. I love the sound effects that these games have, just randomly going off in the background. I don't know why they amuse me so much. Like if they were overplayed, I probably wouldn't enjoy them. But when they're fair, like when they're a bit rare, they're just fun. I cannot find the watering can though. A ladybug. Every time I hear the sound effect, I just want to click on the phone as if the game actually has programmed an interaction with it. I don't even see a phone. That's a drum. And that's a thermometer. As for the ladybug, oh, that's ladybug. I see a teapot. See a bucket. Buckets are nice. I found a newfound. I have a newfound appreciation for buckets actually recently. It's weird. Let's see what the others have to offer. Well, the lighter we already know. Oh, we have to find ice cream? Nice. I'm gonna save that one for later. Oh, right. Let's go through these first. A lamp to rub? It's gotta be a lamp, right? Yes, yes it is. Oh, and a Matryoshka though. I think that's what Quincy said they were called. Matryoshka. Yes, bucket of say. Oh. Fair. Yeah, I just call them buckets because that's what they are to me. They are mere simple buckets. Band-aid. A scroll. It's a weird thing to keep in a banquet hall. Hammer. Snake is where? What's a turtle? Apparently I still needed it, so we're good. Rub it, 3 wishes gone. I don't think I should do that on stream. I feel like any wish I should make should be off stream. That's the ice cream. Good for me. I found it. Lucky me. The statue is just that. Yeah. And now we just need ice cream. Apparently that was a statue. I don't know. Didn't seem like one. Aw, I love you too, Wall. 2 couples. That's one of them. Yeah, the other one's here. Rings I already know. Oh no, we need to find another lion. We're screwed. Where's the apple though? Alright, let's let's do the bonus items. And another Petrushka doll. A tiara? I am sure I've seen it. Yes, I have. Good. That was so fast. I was too fast. Right, so you click in half text. Half apple and say yes, yes it is. Well done. Thank you. Bow tie is right beside it. The trumpet is right here. And I never even got to find the knife. Though why there's a knife in the lover's room, I do not know. There are a lot of things I'd much rather have in there. This is the weirdest game mode easily. I'm just missing an E. Got that there. Oh, and now you get to see the ropes. These are always fun. See, wasn't that fun? Floor 7. They're fun, but like the ones in this game just they don't last. They're over too quick. It's kind of like I mean it doesn't last long, but it's still good. You know, it's kind of like pizza. No, this is bad. Hidden bad dirty joke. I was startled out of my thoughts when the cat reappeared in the doorway, giving me a frightful stare. A second later, the Arctic gale burst in the room, tossing all the papers around me into chaos. I had gone all that I could from the room, so I immediately chose to drop everything and run with the Arctic gale tormenting every step of my flight. I tried to run to the elevator, but the gale fought against me with so much force that it felt like trying to run underwater. I pressed forward with all my strength and reached for the call button as soon as I was within reach. The few moments that I had to wait for the doors to open felt as though they would stretch on forever and leave me in the freeze where I stood. In the end, the doors opened. I was thrown inside and seemed safe enough when the doors closed. But what about the cat? I didn't want to leave it to the mercy of that terrifying force, but couldn't bring myself to open the doors on that floor again. I moved on to the next floor, whatever that was going to be, silently hoping that the cat would be alright. I still had the paper that had gone from the manager's room and spent my time in the lift looking over the room numbers, desperate for some secret answer. There had to be some meaning. Features never be in the sex room. I mean, I wasn't gonna call it that, but sure. You know what the kinks of some peeps? I mean, I've discussed it with people, and like, so far I haven't met anyone who wants to bring in a knife. I haven't asked about pizza, but I'm presuming the answer is yes. Maybe not during, but to these rooms being chosen, and then I had it. The last two digits of each room number added to 9. Yes, but that's not. That's. You're right, but you're wrong. 2018, 3027, 4036, 5045. If I was right, then the next room number would be 6054. As soon as the elevator opened, I stepped out and confidently walked down the hall until I reached room 6054 without bothering with any other room. I took a deep breath and tried the knob, finding it to be unlocked just like the others, and left myself in. Damn, you just tried the knob right just like that. Damn. The whole room was covered with photographs and, more importantly, paintings that made it clear that an artist had occupied this room. The theme of the artwork was very dark. They were all paintings of people that were suffering or shouting as the funnel of clouds seemed to engulf its victims. The funnel was brightly colored, as if it was tearing away its victims' cheerful realities. What if the artist had really seen this happening here? He could have been a witness! Suddenly, the pictures pinned to the wall sprang to life, violently trying to free themselves as the Arctic Gale rushed around the room and knocked over the easel I had been looking at last. I ran for the door again, noting a crucifix painted on the wall as I bolted for the elevator. Date of making that? Yes, 17th porn. 70th porn versus... okay. I have no idea where you got that from. Okay. A turtle. Turtle. That is not a turtle. That's a turtle. Need some scissors. Which are surprisingly difficult to find for me right now for some reason. Keep coming. Oh, I was hovering over it. Damn. Like I kept like looking at this and this, and then the keys even, but just not here. Is this an ice bag? Yes, it is. Vinyl record. I was here last time, but it's gone. They stole it. I hadn't seen the wizard. Wizard? I haven't. I'm off to see the wizard. No, I hadn't seen the lizard before, but for some reason I just like, yeah, it's probably up here. And it was. Lucky me. It's also Dennis, like, I don't know if anyone else has the knowledge or wherewithal to compare those two. I will take your word for it. Why is that animated? It's a neat effect though. I also can't find the padlock. Where could the hammer be? If I were a hammer, where would I hide? There we go. Wine glass I've already found before. Keys I've already looked at. Well, feel free to tell me where the padlock is, but I'm moving on. Wait, summer, spring, art... That's not right. Summer, spring, art is autumn. One of these rooms is not like the other. An art kit. I don't actually know what they mean for us to search for when they say art kit. Oh, it's this. There you go. I guess the Four Seasons, summer, spring, fall, and artist. Yeah, don't you just love the artist season? It's so beautiful. Always looks so great. It's like someone hand painted it. Ladybug. They're cute. I like them. Pot, skull, teddy bear, rose, abacus, and cup. And here we're going to the artist room. No, this does not have a handle. It's there, you just can't see the handle. You can't see most of it. It's hidden by the background. Two music notes are here and here. Then apples. Butterfly I've seen. Spider I accidentally clicked last time. That's a palette. That's a palette. That's a keyhole. That's a die. Come on, game. You did it right last time. Don't let me down now by doing it wrong. And feather. Music note on the wall, yeah. I like how they like it's the same layout of the room and a lot of the same stuff, but just some stuff are just way different. There's nothing here, for example. Damn, that iron confused me for a while there. I was like, oh, I'll blitz through this. I got the first three things so quickly. And then just nope. Still have no... Oh, that's where the padlock is. Too bad I can't go back and like retroactively find it then. The magic tree paintings are pretty cool, I think. Yeah. I wish it was blended a bit. Like, I wish this was more 3D and this was less 3D. Like, I don't know. I think that the effect doesn't work as good as I think it could. But I do like them. I do think they're neat. Frog. Didn't even need to find the umbrella. I think iron is the thing you use with a hammer to do stuff. Yes. In one sense of the word, that's exactly what you use it with. Okay, let's capture more energies. Let's play Among Us weapons. Let's see how I did. 27? Okay, we're 30%. I'll take that. 6 double swats and 9 misses. I'll take it. My hit percentage the first game was really bad. Swap 2 tiles to form matches of 3 or more. Oh, it's Candy Crush. I love the colors they've chosen. Thank you, I'm very proud of that combo. It's just giving me stuff. Like, here, take this. Mindless fun. Hey, I won't complain. It just keeps going. I'm addicted to nap games like this called Candy Blast and Toy Blast. Yeah. You can just like keep playing them. That you need, like, one game is not satisfying enough, you have to have two of them though. Much to my amazement, I spotted the priest in the hall. Hey, wait! I cried desperately, but he took off around the corner. By the time I got there and looked down the corridor, no one was there, as if he had just disappeared. So I was standing there and peering down the hall. The priest had run down. I felt a brush against my leg. The cat had made it back. I felt a burst of joy and relief as the cat meowed and rubbed against my ankles. Oh. That was... I think all the ones previously have had been at least 3 pages. Like, some of them are just barely 3 pages, but 3 pages nonetheless. But that one was just 1. This is an iron. It's an anvil, but it's an iron. Actually, no, I don't know what material that's made of. Okay, let's move on. No, it's here. I was hiding well. I need to stretch more often. My back hurts. Call it, I mean. Cartoon Blast's name. Yeah, I've heard Candy. I feel like I've heard Candy Blast, but not Toy Blast. Leaf. I haven't had to find a spider on here before, have I? French and open book. Damn, E equals MC squared. 3x plus 3y equals 49. Tic-tac-toe. Bicycle. Damn, we're dealing with some high IQ people here. Ah. Okay, that one is messing with me. Oh, what in the world? It's this. Okay, we're good. Thank you, thank you. Come on, this can't be that difficult to find. It's this. There we go. Axe. Golf ball. Come on, I'm supposed to be good at spotting golf balls. There we go. It was too out in the open. My brain just like was expecting it to be hidden. Good height. Thank you. Whenever either my parents went golfing, because I had no interest in golfing myself, I always... Are these not measure gauges? Okay. How is this not a measure gauge? What does the game want from me? What? Okay. But whenever parents whenever either parent went golfing, because they did not go together, I would if I followed them, then I would spend the entire time just like searching for golf balls. It was really fun. I had got over 100 golf balls. I found on average probably just just a bit over one per hole. I can recommend. I think the most fun in one hole was 9 of them, which is, I don't know how. Needle pliers. What are needle pliers? That's a measure gauge? What? That was a measure gauge? Golf ball in front of the car, stay with apple. Oh yeah, I need an apple. I had a metronome. You only golf with friends next week, but yeah, like an Easter egg hunt with golf balls. Yeah, it was great. I mean, they're all white though. They really should paint them more fun colors. I still don't know what needle pliers are, and I have no idea how that was some whatever gauges. Let's go elsewhere. Captain. Hey, we found a cat. This guy modified his room a lot for it being a hotel, I gotta say. I cannot find the anchor though. There we go. And a light bulb seemingly. Has some of these spring head next to steps. I don't see steps. I also don't know what a spring head is, actually, now that I think about it. Oh, this. Oh, I was thinking the wrong kind of spring. I thought this was just a door. Catch, hedge, ice, steering wheel, dice. Good, they actually used the correct plural. You might be winning me back now, game. Still on thin ice. And another lion, which is in this. Oh, you sent that before I found it, but I didn't look at the chat. In time, no check it good. Yeah, some of these are very good, or quite confusing. See Han Solo's plastic. Do not. What? How is this a hotel room? Empty picture frame. I almost said cow. Coffee grinder. And that's accordion, painting. 2 keys. That's just one, but 2 keys. Also, that's a giant cat. Key. Do I have to find both keys? I do have to find both keys. Or I can just move on. Shoes. Police hat. Why do you gotta use shackles like that? It's much more fun if you just like tie the feet together or something. Come on. Padlock. Here, do not enter is easy. And brick is also easy. I had this coffee thing in the basement. You had a... Wait, you mean that like you had one of the coffee grinders in the basement? Why? Oh, my brain cannot like easily tell these apart. I have spent an extra second like the whole time just figuring out what things are. It it doesn't even let me continue because it just keeps finding stuff. Oh my god. What are these combos? Coffee mail from Granny, not usually to sold and not easy to clean. Yeah, that tends to be the issue with those kinds of things. Is it gonna be 5 or just 4 still? Oh, it's 5. Lucky us. Next to the cat, there was a box tied shut with twine. Curious, I picked it up and opened it, discovering a page from the detective's diary inside. I looked down to thank the cat, but it had already vanished again. Knowing that I wasn't entirely safe in that open hallway, I took the page with me into the elevator and waited until the doors were closed before reading it. Examination of Stein's room has shown that he was definitely conducting some experiments. All his rooms are interconnected with his machines and devices and working parallel. I've also found some of his papers and understand the sense of all of this. The man wants to control the weather. A mad meteorologist? In some absurd way, I believe he really controls the weather. He can create winter, summer, fall, whenever he wants inside those rooms. Normally I would never believe that this is possible, but I walked in while it was raining in one of his rooms. I still don't understand why he made it work in the hotel or what the shaman's part is to this story. One of Stein's machines is connected with the shaman's room. I have to understand the system as a whole. So that's how the Arctic Gale was following me around. This mad scientist had created a weather machine. However, the tree growing out of the painting was still a puzzle. I felt dizzy as if my head would explode from absorbing all of this information. There was so much to think about that my thought raced around in my head like a storm within myself. One thought rose above the rest. I had to stop the machine. Perhaps if I could find and turn off this infernal machine, I would be able to find a way out. Autumn, Travelers, Right Room Manager. Let's go Travelers first. I haven't been here before. Ooh, a kitty. And a top hat. That's perfect. Is this another cat or is it a rat? There's another cat. Nice. No, I tried to click the, the spray cat. Binoculars. Coin. I like how it's just coin. It feels wrong to me. I want it to be a coin. Otherwise I just think of the like Cajitas verse if you have coin. Treating it as like currency. Night. A Rubik's Cube. Actually, I kind of want to... How many colors does this have? That's blue, that's also blue. Or is this purple and this is blue? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I guess it's a different color. I kind of want to screenshot that and just like see if I can replicate it on Mooncube. I think that would be kind of neat. The mask is scary. I see something you like much in the right corner of the screen. Yes, indeed. Okay, key is easy. Snake I have seen. Horseshoe was hanging right here, and horn. Is this the horn? Yeah. I can't find the night. Oh, that's throwing up night. So color blind people. Ah, that's just rude. I have actually one cube that you can solve, well, like you can be blind and still solve it. I've closed my eyes and solved it completely a couple of times because it's based on the sides are a different length away from the core instead of it being like they stick out differently much on each side instead of it being a different color. So you can just shut your eyes and do trial by error. It's really fun. And you still have to figure out how to do the last layer because like you can't position them just how you want to like you can with the earlier ones. You have to actually have a kind of mental understanding of where the pieces are to position them correctly with the algorithms. I still use a beginner algorithm for that kind of stuff, so it's a lot easier for me than if you were to use like CFOP, but yeah. I cannot find this. So I just moved on to normal things. Knight's chess piece, yes. Point of wording and Jinx, that's so impressive. Pocket watch on the table next to the typewriter. I don't need another pocket watch. I picked one up here. This one is a stopwatch. I know it threw me off as well the first time when I clicked on something that looks identical to this, but it wasn't a pocket. It wasn't a watch or whatever. But I just like I saw this like nope, that's not the pocket watch, and then I saw the other one like yep, there it is. Oh god, completely lost where I was. Hanger is still hanging in the same place. 6 ravens. That's also the Jeep I saw that I needed. The frog is in the same place. The violin. Teapot. Raven. Turtle and mask. That I still haven't found. Hey, a lion. Not of much use currently, but you know, still nice. Glad I found it. They're very elusive, those things. Very good at sneaking up on you. Oh, it's under here. There we go. Just stays at midnight. Mask I always have to do a double take with because in Swedish mask means worm. And well, for a lot of words I don't really think of the Swedish version when I read them. I just think of the English one, but some, like for some reason that one is specific. So it's like I always revert to Swedish for a second before remembering like, yeah, no, that's not what it means. Yeah, I cannot see the mask. Anyway, we have enough as is if we just get all of the ones here. Ice cream, metal, and picture frame. Is it really this? Okay, it is. By the tree painting the bow. Side view? Do you mean the old, like, go back? The tree painting on the bow. Yeah, I looked at it and disregarded it, and then I just I looked at it early and disregarded it, and then I just forgot to actually like look at it closer when I ran out of other options. 3 telephones. I guess I will simply come back for the last one. Thank you for telling me where that was, by the way. I disregarded it and then I just forgot to look at it closer after. Oh, we have to find chess? I know I saw it just a moment ago. There we go. No dogs. That's no dog. That's no dog. That's no dog. Two busts. It's gotta be this and this. Elephants we've had to find before. I only found... No, I found all three. Where was the last one? I only remember those two. Oh, it's there. Oh no, the second lion has come back to haunt us. That's a pit bull? See all three phones. So there we go. Mask, yeah, that was satisfying. With a basketball. Heck yeah. Trophies in the cabinet. The scroll is this. The handprint I have seen before. And I still don't know where the last line is. Alright. Let's go back here. Has this gone below 20 minutes yet? I am not sure. I feel like it must have, but I'm also not sure. And I also don't know if it resets upon... It must have crossed... Like, it must reset to like 22 minutes every time I go through the thing. But every time I've looked up, it's been between 21 and 22. Sorry, between 20 and 23. I want to click this, but it's not this. What has a thing sticking up at the top? It's got to be some kind of recorder or electronic thing. Alright, let's go through this. Goblet. Newspaper is probably rolled up like they have been the last few times. Or is it just this? Okay, it's actually full on display this time. Lion at the bottom, gold over... Really? Like, do you mean this? Because that's not a lion. Insane cameo. Goblin next to the books. So many nooses. Yeah. I don't get it. What's with this game? Like, what's with these kinds of games and loving having nooses? Like, I hear this will have fun thinking of suicide. I don't know. It's weird. There are way better things they could actually have instead. Ah yes, a pant plot. No, that's not right. Pretty sure I've seen a faucet though. Yeah. Where did you say the flashlight was? Right side table. Oh yeah. Okay, it has gone below 20. Oh yay, this one. Shed freeze again. Here's my side. I looked at chat. I missed. I meant to hit S. Darn it. Oh come on! That was silly of me. I knew it. Oh, actually, I failed this one. Haha! I failed one of the minigames. I didn't know that was possible. And I just won as... And I get 4 of them. Got the flashlight right at the table. And I'm getting freeze, but I get buffering sometimes, but not really enough to be a problem. Is that my end or Twitch? Oh, it's still only 5 long. It's not great. The stream seems to be doing fine, like when I look at it. But maybe not. I think I'm gonna read this and then end it because it seemed like it's gonna take about like 3.5 hours or something like that to do. Judging by the times on the thing. So I'm... By that metric, I think if I end it now, then I should get a good time for the next stream around the same time. I'm not sure. So yeah, I'll read this and then probably end it after that. I still don't have a game lined up for after this, so let's see how that goes. I moved on to the 7th floor immediately, my calculations leading me to believe that the next room of importance would be room 7063. I kicked the door and stared in amazement. This room reminded me of the inside of a ship, which meant that this had to be the captain's room. The floor was littered with chests reminiscent of buried treasure as well as various maritime souvenirs. Laying at me feet was a folded newspaper that I picked up and opened to the front page. The language was indecipherable to me. It seemed like it was from somewhere in the Pacific, perhaps Micronesia, but the pictures were clear enough to me. There was a photo of a stolen artifact and some numbers below it that looked like a reward offer. At the bottom of the same article, there was a startling picture of a seafaring vessel, just like the one that was hanging on the wall in the captain's room. I thought the paper was a souvenir to a heist that the captain had pulled off involving that artifact, which could have been for some voodoo ritual. I looked back to the floor, wondering if there was any more to the newspaper I had picked up, and discovered that in the short time that had passed, a thick fog had covered the floor up to my chins. I rushed out of the room in search of where the fog was coming from, and felt my heart stop in a moment of terror. Blocking my passage to the elevator was the gale in the form of a monstrous cloud. Fresh batter, Peter back. I think it worked out fine at my end. George stream runs good, so I think it's not my set. That's This game reminds me to play Wordle. If I play Wordle, yeah. I have pretty good track record actually. I think my average is... Wait, what's my average? I don't know, somewhere between 4 and 5 I think. Low 4 maybe? I'm pretty... I'd like to think I'm not too bad at it. I felt my heart stop in a moment of terror. As I stood there staring, the horrific fog seemed to become aware of me, and I knew in that moment that I wouldn't be able to run through it. So I ran away from it. The cloud seemed to fold over itself in ominous pursuit as I bolted around the corner and saw in a heartbeat that I was running towards a dead end. It seemed hopeless, but I wasn't going to let that defeat me. If I could just get into another room before the cloud saw me, I could buy the time I needed to find a way to sneak past it. Fast as I could, I tried each door, but time after time the doors were locked. When I got to the last door, I had no choice left but to try desperately kicking it in, and after a few tries, the door gave in to my will to live. Leaning against the door to keep it shut, I noticed that this room was rather dark, but I could still tell there was something different about it. I pulled the flashlight from my jacket and flicked it on to illuminate what I could of the room. The floor wasn't carpeted, and there seemed to be a storage shelves here instead of desks, and were stocked with personal items like golf clubs, suitcases, and children's toys. As I surveyed the contents of the shelves, I spotted a hatch above one of them. Maybe it led to the next floor. I scrambled across the room and climbed up the shelves like a monkey. It was a tight squeeze to get through the hatch, and an odd angle as well, but I made it through alive. As I reached down to close the hatch behind me, I found a torn piece of paper that was not unlike the pages of the detective's diary. I pocketed it quickly and pulled the hatch close. I would have time later to read my new clue. Aha! Oh no? Oh no what? Did the stream die? Did it drop all the frames? Spring Captain, Detective, Spy, Shaman. One of these things is not like the other. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here. I think that sounds good. Thank you, people, for watching, whether that be live or just watching the VOD. Feel free to follow if this is something you want to see more of. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care. Bye bye.